Have sound.
We have sound.
Yeah.
We have sound. Sound to the big things. We are there. We are there. We are there.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, bruv. This is the first one of the year.
It is the first one of the year.
Happy New Year.
And firstly, let's start with our usual sending love to everyone who is watching. God bless you all. Thank you for partaking. Thank you for your love. It's 2026. It's a brand new year, but we are going to stay the same. We're going to stay consistent, stay regular, stay in here for you. So keep the likes coming, keep the subscriptions coming, and get the followers up. Get the bell going so when the episodes come out, you can hear it. You know, you get the notification, the alert. And we are aiming for 500. We need our 500 followers on YouTube. We've got them on Insta. We've got them on our Twitter, on X, yeah, I'm old. But we need them on YouTube. Give us the 500 on YouTube. It's a game changer once you cross the 500 threshold, and then we can give you some good stuff. Some good stuff. Some good stuff. Want some good stuff? Yeah, good stuff.
I think they do, Darren. I think
we can give it to him. Give it to him. Now, this is an emergency, bro.
Whoa.
It's an emergency.
Well, I mean, like...
It's an emergency, people.
Wait, hopefully
you
guys have had a good Christmas break and you had a great New Year's Eve and you've seen in the new year properly. But if we're talking about Tottenham, cheese on bread, it's not like a lot's happened over this Christmas period.
That's a relaxed and chilled, really.
I mean, just so that we're all aware that the games that we've missed, so to speak, or that we're going to cover in this episode,
or the time period, the time frame,
the break that we've been away has been just so that we know before we jump in, has been Liverpool loss 2-1. All right. Then we had the Palace win 1-0. Then we had Brentford 0-0. Then we had Sunderland 0-0, and then we've just had Bournemouth 3-2. Bournemouth 3-2 was last night for us.
Yes.
Hartman. So, always an eventful time at Tottenham Hotspur. Always an eventful time at Tottenham Hotspur. I was losing it last time in the last episode, and the only way that that made me feel better was when we was having a chat and we spoke about caretaker. Like I mentioned caretaker, and he was like, "Ricky, caretaker, that's a good way of thinking about it."
Some people, Rick, have no idea what we're talking about. Because over Christmas, a lot of people were busy. So if you don't know, go back and watch the last episode. It is the Christmas special. Go back and watch that
episode 7.
And you will understand what we meant when we're going to go into it a little bit more today. Because I think it's a good place to be. But you're right. The caretaker model that we created in our last episode, I feel like it's the way forward. So it changed your headspace, yeah?
Well, yeah, at that point. But, we are here. And I just, before we jump in, bro, I just want to say it's like I was in a negative space watching Tottenham for a minute over the period of time. When it came down to the beginning of the year, I was like, let me shake this off, because maybe, just maybe, right, I'm looking at it through a negative lens. And maybe because I'm looking at it through a negative lens, that's all I can see, right? Yeah. And it's popping out at me left, right, and center.
I hear that.
That lasted 7 days, bro. That lasted until last night. I tried. It lasted until last night.
Oh, so that's 7 days like Craig David.
Bruv,
wow.
Like Craig David.
That is murder.
So I'm looking forward to getting in. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, my brother.
Let's go. Team Talk Tottenham.
To you. Team Talk Tottenham. We are here. Episode 8.
Mm-hmm.
It is episode 8, I believe.
Episode 8.
We are here.
Okay. So, Hartman, like I said, last time, that was the only way that I could think about it was caretaker manager. And I got to say, not much has changed over that period of time.
No, not at all.
I'm still finding it very difficult to figure out what style of play we are. Do we have a style of play?
Mm-hmm. Defensive.
Bruv, I feel it's relegation.
Wow.
No. Hear what I'm saying.
I'm ready for it.
The style.
All yours. Yeah.
The style of football is relegation.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So look, I'm going to start backwards, like as in Bournemouth last night. Now, there were some, after a really bad period, of games and performances, with a couple of flashes here and there, but Brentford, Sunderland for me was really bad. And so there was moments in Sunderland first half, I remember, but Bournemouth, I just noticed this thing, Dal, and maybe you can help me, but the flashes of good things that I see in the side almost come from an individual
100%
perspective.
100%. It's nothing that's been worked on the training ground.
That's what
it's no pattern of play. It's no understanding of, that's a link up that's been worked and been looked at. It's an individual taking it upon themselves to do something. And I know exactly the individual you're going to highlight is Matisse Tell.
Yeah, tell last night.
He was the individual who said, I want to do something.
Yeah.
I'm going to try something, and tried by himself.
Well, I mean, that's been one of the positives. That last night, Bournemouth, he got his second start, but against Sunderland, he played. And that first half, he really played well in the sense of wanting the ball, wanting to affect the game.
Yep.
It did make me think, and because we've been having this conversation for a while, but it did make me think, how is it taking so long to give him a go on the left wing? Because everybody's been auditioning for this spot.
Yep.
But it was good. But it was good to see him last night. Again, get a quick shot off, score the first goal from open play, bruv.
Wow.
Did you hear the stat? Have you heard the stat, Darren?
Oh, this is good. I let you take it. Oh, the stat broke my heart.
Darren
broke my heart.
Darren,
go on, say the numbers.
Man.
Say the numbers.
In case you guys ain't seen the stat, and I'm sure you have by this point.
Horrible.
But we had not scored an open play goal in 10 hours, bruv. That was the first open play goal in 10 hours.
When I heard that, it took away my joy of the goal.
I did it.
It took away the. I was like, go on, tell them. That's Tottenham's first goal in open play in 10 hours. Raw. Wow.
So it's, we're looking at this, and it's like it is. It's if it ain't scoring from a corner or from a free kick or a throw,
those two,
like
we weren't scoring.
We ain't scoring.
Yeah.
So it's there's so many things that I am troubled by, Dal. That I we're gonna have a session. You're gonna break some things down, but there's so many things
We'll try our best.
that I am because I need it. Forget you guys. I ain't seen him over Christmas. Like, we've both been running about like a madman. So this is the first session back for me too.
We had to call it as an emergency. It was one of those ones that it must happen this week.
It has to happen.
Yeah. We're going to delay it till next week because we're like, no, it has to happen. So listen, when you got this, you got it a week earlier than you would have because we weren't going to come back yet.
Yeah.
We were going to FA Cup it and maybe even Champions League it and then come back. But I was like, no, got to go now.
Too much is happening. Too much is happening, bro. And when you see, that 0.0 XG, whether it's first half, second half, whatever it is, when you see no through balls through the middle, when you see that we can only score a goal from a corner, there is a lot of... I'm not seeing anything positive to build on. I'm not seeing anything to move forward with. And I got to the point last night, Dal, even though there was character, and we probably jumped back in, but there was character from the boys. There was, to get back into the game and then to go for the winner. But, bro, another loss and... I'm at the point where I'm done and dusted with Frank, bruv. Like, I'm over it. I'm over it. For a while, I haven't had no belief in him. For a while on this pod, bro, I've been saying his words don't match his actions. For a while, I'm saying, give me something to hold on to. Show me something, which direction we're going in, so I can back you.
Yeah. Should we send him a cup?
Yeah, he might. I mean, bruv, he needs one. He needs one as well. Oh,
what was he doing?
Hartman,
Cupgate,
Cupgate.
Cupgate. The fact that Frank had an Arsenal cup to start the game. Now,
I didn't know the Gooners had cups, but go on.
They're only plastic, recyclable. Now, the killer for me, right, is yesterday we played a team that haven't won in 11 games. 11 games, people. And before the game, there was some comedy happening. Shout out all the Last Word on Spurs family. We was in a WhatsApp group and we decided to make a bingo card. And myself, people like Anthony Costa was involved, and George Killier was involved. And we were just literally listing the things that we predicted would happen in the game. And all of them came true. And none of them were positive. Like, we weren't going, Tottenham are going to win by this much. It was, we knew that there was going to be a certain individual who signed for Man City who was going to score in this farewell game. We knew that was coming. We knew that there was going to be at least 2 crosses into our box where nobody was going to press the ball and it would be a free header for somebody in the middle of our box. We knew that there would be a number of occasions where Pedro Porro would get the ball in a beautiful position for a cross and smash it hopelessly, crazily into Rosette and look disturbed. We knew that Vicario would make a mistake and run out of his goal to tell somebody else off. Like, we're becoming so predictable in the comedy, and it's become a joke. It's become painful, and it's frustrating right now because I said Tottenham are not spoiling my Christmas. That was what I said. I said they're not doing it to me. So a lot of the games I watched after because I didn't prioritize stopping my day for them. But then I watched the whole game. Like I'm weird like that. I don't like watching the highlights because I'm getting dictated what they think was the best bits.
Yeah.
I want to watch it for myself.
Yeah.
So I did that. So I was watching at ungodly hours when everyone was quiet. I could take it in, and I'm at that point now with Tottenham where I'm going to say some stuff today, which they may not be what everybody wants to hear, but I think it may help us, especially the fans that are there every week at the stadium, the fans who are watching now, who, for them, football is their escape.
Yeah.
Like, we're blessed and privileged to have football be a massive part of our life, but we get to be creative in other ways to let our expression now and let that be a release in another way.
Yeah.
But I look at our fan base and I love our fan base. I do. I love every single one of you. And we will always be a family. We may not always agree.
Yeah.
But we'll always be a family. And I feel that right now is a real moment for me to be a member of the family, to stand up and go, we've got to be really real with ourselves right now. Because the Tottenham that we want doesn't exist.
In what sense?
Tottenham started the season and there was this talk of...
Oh, one minute, brother. It's getting serious. It's getting serious.
It got serious.
It's getting serious. One minute.
Man said
Just
it
pause.
got serious. Let me get serious. Listen.
Yeah, because it's a serious bruv. I'm telling you.
What I'm going to say, this may be the first episode where we've got to put beeps and all sorts on it. You may have to get subtitles and all sorts, but we try. We started this season. Let me toast that because you.
Bless you.
Yeah,
Bless you.
So we started the season firing Ange to compete on all fronts.
Yeah, don't get me started. Go on.
I have to go there.
Go on.
To compete on all fronts with a squad and a team, with a manager who, as Expressions highlighted in one of his videos recently,
X has been killing me.
He's gone. He's
I
gone.
love him to bits.
He's exploded. That he hasn't won anything, and I understood that because that was part of my concern as well. We had a manager who was stepping into new territory and in waters that he's never even been in. And right now, I look at us and go, we're not winning anything, and we're not competing in anything. We don't even compete for 90 minutes, let alone compete for a league. And we have what I would classify as a mid-table manager, and we are very much a mid-table side. We don't have a squad capable of competing at the top with the top four. Our squad is not as good as Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. It's not as good. We're just not as good. And then you look at the sides that we should be competing with, the Newcastles, the Nottingham Forest, the Aston Villas, those sides there who are chasing the pack. We're nowhere near them in other ways. We're nowhere near them in terms of our identity on the pitch, the passion in which we play football, and ambition. I keep hearing Spurs are a big club. We have a great stadium, we have great training facilities, and a wonderful fan base. That doesn't make you a great club.
No.
That means we've got an infrastructure to be a great club. Yeah. We're top 10 in financial wealth. And we have to start...
In the world.
In the world. So we have to start behaving like a big club. But how do we do that? A lot of people say, go spend money. We do spend money. But we spend it in really poor ways. Mm-hmm. Really poor ways. And I feel that right now, we spoke about the man who left, Daniel Levy, and a lot of people have used him as the scapegoat. Without the scapegoat, you see all the problems. And that's what I'm seeing, all the problems. Daniel Levy was a smokescreen and he was cannon fodder for a lot of things at Tottenham. We attacked him when it weren't great on the pitch. The board are failing us. Levy's the problem. Levy out. He's gone, and we see the problems still exist. We still, to my knowledge, can't attract the big players. Who wants to come to Spurs? What manager wants to come and lead this team? And I feel that this season, we have to accept as a fan base that it's so horrible to say what I'm about to say. I think Avi Summers also referenced this as well recently on TalkSport, was this ain't the Spurs that we're used to. We've been blessed to see Spurs play really well and compete. This Tottenham is the Tottenham I went to school with.
Yeah.
This is the Tottenham that I remember being at school, and like it's really funny. I was at a primary school and I saw this little boy and he had a Tottenham badge on, and I went, "All right, we got Bournemouth today," and he goes, "We're gonna lose," and I was like, "That was me." I remember that feeling when there was no belief in my team,
hope,
and I had to watch it because my dad was like, "Yeah, we're watching the game," and I didn't want to watch it because I knew we were gonna lose, and then I got the banter at school the next day, and I was like, "We're there again."
Well,
That's where we're at.
I described it last night on Chris Cowley's Spurs Chat podcast.
Yeah,
Big up the boys.
I tuned in.
But bro, I had to ask or mention it reminded me of Christian Gross times, bro.
Yeah, hear it loud.
Like, and for you to say that about a young one, do you know what I mean? Like,
I felt the kid's pain.
but you got to look at all of these stats, bro. Look, he's a new manager. He had full preseason. This is 6 months into the season, bro. He's had 30 games, and there hasn't been any improvement. There's been good games against Slavia Prague. The brand is hitting. Copenhagen.
Right, that little, you know. That little guy, how much did he have before he came here?
Because that little quick. It was just the bottom lip, I'm just saying. Yeah.
Slavia Prague, yeah?
Copenhagen and what was it? Brentford at home. Brentford at home was a team game. I'm like, yo, okay, cool. That's 3 games that I can name right now, bro. The rest, I mean, apart from the first 3 games of the season, including Super Cup, but the rest has been horrendous, bro. And it's just falling off a cliff.
I had to revisit the Super Cup, you know.
Well, go on.
Because I had issues with that game because we were so dominant against a Paris Saint-Germain but so weak.
Yeah.
And then when they got stronger, we got weaker. And I was like, I said Thomas Frank has to learn because he made massive mistakes in that for me. And I've said this on, I think, episode 2. I think it's there. And now looking at him, I was like, I just look at a man and I go, from minute 1, I don't know if you're ready for this. I don't know if you're cut out to manage here. I don't know if
he fits, bro.
Yeah, I don't
think he fits.
And the thing is, I want it to work, but I just don't think it will. I just look at him and I go, he can't handle. I just don't think he can handle Tottenham. You know when you look at it, this is the only way I can describe it. You know when you go out on the street, yeah, and you see a beautiful woman, sensational woman,
sensational.
There it is, and she's masking her partner, and then that mask walks away, and you see him, and you go, how are you? What? How? Are you, what? Really? That's how I feel about Thomas Frank right now. I look at him and go, how? I looked at him, probably looks about 80 right now. He has aged so much in his tenure at Tottenham. And look at him and go, he's got this buff thing. We're buff, you know. Look at we're good looking.
Bruv.
But right now, we don't look very good when we're with him. And he looks really bad when he's beside us.
I mean, I just don't think he fits the mold of a Tottenham guy. And we do have this thing where we go from extreme to extreme as a club.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? We had a quote unquote balanced manager within Poch, right?
Yep.
And we all know and we all love Poch. But then you go to serial winner in
Mourinho and Conte.
Mourinho and Conte,
Yep.
which is totally different styles of football. But you go to, all right, I'm going to win, right? So we're going to a winning style, a winning mentality. But then the club don't give them winners for us to compete in that. For both of those managers.
Yep.
And then for Mourinho, obviously we know, sacked 6 days before a final.
Yep.
For whatever reason, I think
we know the history.
Right? We know this history. We bounce around, create the back and forth managers. So we've had a gung-ho forward, all about attack manager last year. Do you know what I mean? We've spoken about the sacrifice and we've spoken about the scenario around it, but he went out there and won us that trophy, bro. You know?
It looks like a miracle now.
Right?
It looks like he did a miracle.
And
water into wine type miracle.
And plus, we reiterate, with that injury record as well, you know, no Kulusevski, no Bergvall, no Madders, no. The list goes on, bro.
Too many, man.
And you kind of go, all right, and cool. So then you go to this kind of sideways manager. Like, it's not a manager that's going to take you forward.
Yeah.
It might not be a manager that takes you down.
Yeah.
but it's somebody that keeps you in the middle. And, you know, Frank wasn't my cup of tea from the beginning, but
Go on, drop it.
But I then done research, and I'm then looking at the good attributes that he could bring to Tottenham, and I'm like, okay, cool. The man with the plan. He's got a plan for every scenario. He improves the players. He doesn't complain about the players. He takes the players and makes them better. He gets them to work in a system. He can adapt his system to different scenarios and different opposition. He can grow this club.
Yes.
Plus giving us a base, and plus giving us a structure, and giving us unity.
Yes.
Bruv, he's failed on every single attribute.
Every single one.
The only thing that is been of an improvement has been the set pieces.
Yep.
And so, do you know what? Let's keep the set piece coach. Let him run things.
Hold on.
Let him run things, bruv.
Oh my gosh, I've just clocked it. Oh my God, I've just clocked it. High five me. I've just clocked it. Okay, I've worked it out. Spurs fans. Yep, I've worked it out. I can't find our new manager. I couldn't find it. That's been the bugbear for me. I like to have a solution to a problem. Right now, Spurs are not doing well. I need a solution. I couldn't find it. I wrote, who next? I don't know. I've just worked it out. Where was he manager last?
Who?
Frank.
Brentford.
What position are Brentford in right now?
6th, 5th.
Sixth or fifth when we recorded this. Do you know who their manager is? Their set piece coach.
Their set piece coach.
Their manager is the set piece coach. So we need to do exactly the same thing. Sack him now. Give the set piece coach the mantle. Run with it.
Jorgensen. I think his name's Jorgensen. Jorgensen.
Whatever you are, you're the son. Yeah? We're here for it. There it is.
We need another son. We've lost a son.
And there's our son.
We lost a John son.
And there's a son. Yeah.
We need a Jorgensen. Bring him in, bro.
There it is. Put down.
Yeah, right?
Bro, you know what? This is the hilarity and the comedy of it. When I realised that we took Frank from them, they're fifth, and they've got their set-piece coach running the show, I was like, oh my God, what is going on in football? What is going on? Because that shouldn't be the story. Like, we took the guy, as you said, there were all of these credentials, all these wonderful things he was going to do, and not one thing has he been able to do. Not one. And he looks so rattled. He looks so disheartened. He looks old. That's always my thing with a manager. Once they start looking old, we know they're under pressure. Because pressure ages Tottenham, you. Right? Oh, mate. Conte came in looking suave and not beat up when he left. Look at old Italian.
He had to pass Turkey before he went back to
Italy. He had to get a little refix. You know? But yeah, we work managers out, not as in like give them a physical workout, but we drain them, we work them. And it's sad because that shouldn't be the case. And for me, like, I know people are talking about what Tottenham need to do, and I've heard people talk about throwing money at Klopp and like Xavi and Luis Enrique and these big boy managers. This is where I talk about trying to be realistic and real with where Tottenham are. Why would they want to manage us?
All right, let me jump in.
Go for it. Please do. Jump.
Chelsea, when they brought in Abramovich, Claudio had 1 year, and then they brought in Mourinho, right? Chelsea were not in the greatest of places. Man City, when they got their money, they brought in Mancini.
Yep,
and then they was rocking and rolling, but they identified Pep as the guy that they wanted, and so they went through Pellegrini, everyone else.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Until they could get the person that they wanted.
Yeah.
Both of those clubs, what they done at the time that they done it, and you've got to remember, and those that don't remember, Man City was not a great club before they got money.
Nicky Summerby.
Listen, there's times, Stephen Island, there's times that they there's times that they used to beat us. Let's not get it twisted.
Football.
But the majority of the time,
pull dick off every now and then. Yeah.
I swear, Bartham's. Let's not go through their team.
Yeah, we're not there. He was there. You don't talk about him.
Yeah. Let's keep it moving. But they wasn't the greatest of sides.
No.
Really wasn't. And the same with Chelsea. Chelsea were all over the place. You know. So if we've got this boardroom that's had major upheaval, major change, if the Lewis family and the grandkids, Vivian, etc., that has said to us that they want things to change, and they want us to compete on all fronts, and they want us to change the direction of travel. That's why Levy has been removed of his duties,
Yep.
relieved of his duties, my apologies.
Yeah.
Like, that's why he is out the door.
Yeah.
He's not even sitting in the stadium no more, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
It's revoked.
they've brought in Vinay. They've done all of these things to show us, all right, and cool. Change is coming. Change is afoot. So now is the opportunity for them. And this is where they got a bit of a bligh, where we kind of allowed them a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of going, all right, and cool. Nobody wants to slag off the Tottenham fans. I know you do not want to slag off your own team.
Yeah.
Those that go to protest and shout and let it all out, I know that they don't want to be doing that.
Yeah,
they
want to be heard.
They want to be at the parade. They don't want to be going by some players.
Prime example, look at that. Look at the numbers that go to a protest and the numbers that go at the parade.
There you go.
Simple as that. We prefer parade any day.
All day.
Yeah,
but,
for that.
But you can't say after 20 odd years of Levy and the penny pinching, and like you said there, him being sometimes the scapegoat, but sometimes making very poor decisions.
Yep.
Some good ones.
Yep.
Good ones.
If he was still in charge right now, Frank would have gone.
Right?
Would have gone.
Right?
Yeah.
But so now we need to see from that board, what is your direction? Because Frank is Levy's last man. Mm-hmm. Levy's last actions was to get rid of Ange and to get in Frank and Vinay. For,
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the last things that he done.
If you want to use that.
No, but but either which way, what I'm saying is for the family is that they've got a clear run of going, that was that. If they want, they can put it on his lap right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, get out of jail free.
Yep.
And go, well, it's not working for us, and we want big change. So it does. The thing is with Tottenham, bro, is that we do have players that can pass forward first and forward.
100%.
That we do have guys that can play through balls.
100%.
Have you seen the through ball stat? I can't remember.
I can't remember. It's horrible.
But
it's horrible.
Our team, it goes up against like Wharton, who's done like 10 and we've done 6.
Yeah,
like,
the whole team.
And they've done this like as a team, bruv. Like, it's ridiculous. All of the stats in every metric is horrendous apart from set pieces. It can't run, bruv. It can't run. So you've got to make some type of change. And the best way to make a change is to identify a manager, even if that is Poch right now. Yeah? If that is the way it is.
Yeah.
Even if that is him to go, all right, and cool, we've got this sorted. He can't continue. We're going to get an interim and then we're going to sort it in the summer. Luis Enrique, project manager. Xavi, project manager. Both of those dealt with Barcelona youth and also have dealt with superstars, right? They also know how to win as well. So you bring them in and you give them the most amount of money and go, listen, we're going to pay you, we're going to back you because of your philosophy of playing football, first and foremost.
Yeah.
For your philosophy of winning games and the way that you win games with the philosophy of football that you bring to the table, that's what we want at Tottenham. Instead of being wishy-washy and very scattergun when it comes down to a coach and what they bring to the table, because we're always at the opposite extreme.
Yeah.
Every single manager, we go to the opposite extreme. We don't follow a plan like Brighton do, for instance. Do you know what I mean? We've said this before, but so you go, all right, and cool. Come in. There's change afoot. We'll get you a couple what we can get you in January, but the summer we're going in. You identify 5 players that you want. We're gonna get those. Like you lay it down. We've got the PSR. We've got the money. We've got the opportunity. It's London. It's a new club, bruv. Do you know how much 3 big players? Yeah, and when I mean big players, I mean like those of a quality, bro. Those of a standard. No player can come in and hit the ground running majority of the time. There's always an adaptation period. But you bring in 3 big players and watch how that side changes. You know?
Yeah, no, I hear you because, like, I thought about this as well. Like, when I was talking about the board that we have and the structure that's in place, and there was a lot of talk this season about we're going to spend money. We're going to do things differently. We're different Tottenham. We're going to break the wage structure and all of that. Here's the 100 mil. Even though I had the 100 mil before. You know what I mean? But, like, here's money. We're opening the account. I thought about it and I was like, there was a period of time, like you quite rightly highlighted, the Man City story and the Chelsea stories, when they weren't desirable. They weren't the best team in the league. It was run away with Arsenal, Man United. And Liverpool. And then suddenly these clubs wanted to break into the top 4 because the top 4 was the thing that everyone spoke about. That's where the money was. Premier League money, Champions League money. Man City, killing me.
Go on, bruv.
Man City, do you remember when they couldn't sign players? When they had the money, but no one wanted to go there?
Robinho, yeah.
There you go. That's the name, Robinho. Robinho was the change in the system.
Yeah.
Because Robinho, as greedy as he was, they went to him and said, how much do you want? And he was like, oh, I'm not coming. No, you're missing the question, Robinho. How much do you want? 300,000 a week? Yours. Huh? Okay. Well, you're our player now. Cool. Once he arrived, the world of football went, let's take City seriously.
And also, what did it do to other players?
They wanted to come.
They wanted to come and play with Robinho.
And also, even if, and this may even be true, even if they went, go City, because they'll pay you. Fair enough. If they went for the money, fair enough. Look at City's story now.
Yeah.
Look at the story now. Spurs need to do that. We need to, if we're going to be taken seriously in the transfer market, we need to be real.
That's what being a serious big club is,
Yeah,
Darren.
we want you. You're the player we've identified. What do I need to do to get you through the door?
Do you think 8 out of the 10 players playing in Saudi right now want to play in Saudi?
You must be mad. But you see that paycheck?
Right.
I'll take it and shut my mouth.
And do you see how quickly they're on the private jet? They're drinking champagne. Like they're happy. They got the Gucci shoes on and everything, bro.
Yep.
So we know
Money
that
talks.
money talks, right?
100%.
We know that
100%.
it does. And do you know what else it does? It makes a statement.
Yeah.
It goes, they're serious. Not only for the football world, but for even the players in the squad.
Yeah.
Those players, Romero goes, oh, wow. All right, cool. You're going to bring in, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, all right. And it lifts everybody, bro. I remember seeing a massive lift when Edgar Davids signed for Tottenham,
I remember that time as well. Yep.
So I remember being at the ground. We couldn't go to a lot of games back then, but it was a preseason. It was the last preseason game before the season started.
The
so
big game.
It used to be at the
at the stadium. Yeah.
So I can't remember who was playing, but
it would be the foreign side, like a Lazio or
Inter or it would have been something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But so I'm there with my sister was a baby at that point, so she was standing on the seats and she was singing every single song, and so me, my dad, little sis. And the game it's a preseason game. The game was like, it was ebbing and flowing, but nothing really was happening. And Edgar got subbed on in the second half. And bro, like physically, I could see every other player just went, do-do-do-dum. They was like, all right, and cool. Because Edgar was like not playing, bruv. He was like, all right, cool. Give me a world-class star, somebody with that aura about him and that ability to not just the ability on the ball, but just his presence, bro. Yeah. And his love for the game as well. He's got unbelievable. That's why he went to Barnet.
Yeah.
Quick sidebar. I can't remember who said it. Somebody said it. I can't remember. Maybe it'll come to me. But it was in Italy, I think it was. It was in Italy. I think he might have been at Juventus at this site. I can't remember the player.
Continue, I think I know the story.
But he was saying to the player, he was like, you know what? After training, he was doing the Jermaine Defoe. He was like, let's go and play with the kids. Yeah. Like, let's go to the park. And they're like, bro, we just done training. He's like, no. It was the Dan. Yeah. It was the Dan. Mm-hmm. He was like, have you forgotten where you come from? Because come, man. And it's crazy, you know what I mean? Juventus players, Italian, you know what it's like. They go out there, they're going to get mobbed. Yeah. But Davids was like, let's go do that. You know, like the Jermaine Defoe story with Kane, right? Mm-hmm. So he's that guy that loves football like that. Yeah. When he came onto the field, bruv, when I saw the chins lift, the chest lifts, and then the passing became crisper. And it's a preseason game, do you know what I mean? Yeah. But everything became a little bit sharper, and there was a sense of, I better step up.
Yeah.
So you bring in 2 or 3 players like that, I better step up, and it could transform this whole side. Because again, a lot of people that are saying that this is a poor side. This is not I'm sorry, bro, but Van der Ven and Romero as centre-backs, that's not a poor centre-back pairing. Do you know what I mean? Like, Porro's been running to the ground. He plays every single game for the last 3 damn seasons. You know, I love your doggy on the left-hand side. First time I felt that we've got a left back that can compete stroke rival Danny Rose in that sense. Do you know what I mean? Ever since, I haven't really felt a left back. So we've got the nucleus of a good side. I really like Bergvall. I love.
You know, wait to
Xavi.
interject today.
I know. I think Kudus is there. There are gaps. I love that Tell's stepped up, but there are gaps, and there are the same gaps. But I don't think that we're as far off as Frank, the manager, says in conferences, in press conferences. The way that he speaks about us and he speaks about the opposition, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't believe it. And that's another thing maybe you jump onto while you're jumping
totally.
in, is that excuse that Frank keeps popping out. Oh, yeah, but last year we finished 17th. Don't, because you've been here for 6 months.
Yeah, Frank makes out like everybody in this league who finished above us is better than us, which just winds me up. Like, it's just like, come on now, be serious. But the way we're playing, you would believe that. Everyone is better than us. The way we set up fearful of everybody.
Oh.
We set up defensive. We set up nervous. And we don't look like we have an idea of any forward attacking play apart from get the ball down the wing to get a corner and then we'll try and score from that. Shocking. Like the Palace game. Palace, like how we got away with that great goal for Archie Gray.
We was lucky against Palace.
We were lucky. Because apart from that, we had nothing going on but the rent.
We were lucky.
Nothing going on but the rent. Now, that also then highlights managers, because Glasner was a manager that people spoke about as a great manager, a great fit for Tottenham. Like,
not for me, by the way.
Not for me either. Now, the reason why it's not for me, because of Thomas Frank, I'm going to explain why.
Same.
Like, there's a lot of and I'm going to highlight, yes, last one of Spurs family, a lot of you lot want this, Frank. Remember, I'll pull out the DM.
Costa was the first one. Costa was the first one that said Frank.
And you know what? I get it. Because you saw a manager and you got sold an idea. And that's why I'm at this point now going, I can't be sold on an idea. And that's also going to link on to the transfer market and the Tottenham squad. Hold all these thoughts. So, the squad. Our squad is potential.
Yeah.
And that's what winds me up about Tottenham. I can't rate our squad because it's rating it on potential. Udogie could be as good as Danny Rose. Romero and Van der Ven could be as good as Jan and Toby. We could have that midfielder in Bertbell that could run a game. We could have Archie Gray being that world beater. But right now, I've got to be real with myself and go, they're not there. They're okay. They're average. Like,
I don't know, Dal, because
I'll say the reason why I say average, I'm gonna go there. Especially, I'm gonna say controversial. Romero and Van der Ven, as two amazing centre halves. You've got Romero, a World Cup winner, Van der Ven, a world beater. Together as a pair, you've got Romero, who is so overly aggressive and so temperamental, and you can't get a rein on him. 1 minute he's an absolute warrior, next he's a lunatic. You watch Van der Ven next to him, who has been so used to last ditch. Everything seems to be last ditch now. It's the last second, the last moment. When they're both playing out with the ball, Jesus Christ, what a contrast. Romero is literally my grandma river football, slows everything down to a walking pace, and Van der Ven wants to get it and run the whole length of the pitch with it. Mm-hmm. So, as a unit, because we love both of them and we think they're wonderful, like as a pairing, they're good, but they're not world beaters. Like, I can't put them in the same conversation of our neighbours. You know what I mean? I can't do that. And a lot of people have, and I'm not going to get drawn into that because they've proven you judge your back four and your centre halves on clean sheets and on how solid that defence is. And it started looking like we were building there. And now I watch it and go, at any minute, we look like we're going to fall apart at the back.
Yeah, but Dow, the thing is with Romero, I think that
and I love them both. I love them dearly.
So look at Romero last year in a sense where people were talking about yellow cards, etc., and he would go 10 games without getting one, right? Mm-hmm. Under Ange. Yep. Yes? When Romero believes in a project stroke manager, he's one of the best. Mm-hmm. And that's slowing down, bro. We know why he does it, and I know you know he's trying to draw somebody in so that he can play a forward pass into a gap. He is one of the only people that play forward, bro. Mm-hmm. Like as in through the middle. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not talking about wings. I'm talking about through the middle, right? But what happens with Romero is that when he doesn't believe, when he's upset and frustrated, you can see it from his head to his toe.
100%.
He's like one of those kids in the class,
Petulant
bro.
Child. Go on.
Yeah, bruv.
Go on.
You know what I mean?
Miss, whatever.
Yeah, breaks the pencil. Like, he has to let his rage out.
Yeah.
When he's not feeling something. Yeah. That is when we get the yellow cards. That's when we get the petulance from Romero.
And
the statements. But we'll get into the statement. But, bro, that's when we get the reactions from him. He's one of those guys, and I've heard it being said by many a podcast, both the ones that we were on, Last Word and Spurs Chat, right? And others. And other podcasts.
Yeah.
You know, the game is dead, the game is flat. Go in there, make a challenge, rile people up. Come on, just do something. Just run in. That's what Romero does.
Yeah, 100%.
Romero does something outlandish sometimes to not just get himself going, but to get everybody going.
When Mickey would do the runs as well.
And when Mickey would do the runs as well.
I hear it.
But you look at the temperament of the squad, brother, and I don't believe that they are enjoying their football. I think that this squad is full of characters, the same way that Ange wanted characters, and that was his main attribute in signing a player. In signing a player. Characters, right? So then, I don't think that they're terrible, and I think that when we see them go out there their character comes to play, and when Romero knows that it ain't like going the way that it's supposed to go, or the plan ain't working. I've already seen tweets today about how some of the players have gone up to Frank and been like, can we change the tactics here? This ain't running. Right? So, but you can see it because of the ill discipline throughout the season. Not Jan, look at me. Jed Spence and Van der Ven. There's been a lot. There's been a lot. Last night, Bournemouth with the crowd. There's been a... What is that about? That is because I believe... And that might be my negative lens, bro. But I believe that they are not happy with the way that we're playing football. They don't believe in this system. But when they get up to get out on that field, they have character in their chest, not only for themselves, but for the shirt and for everybody else. So we get to see effort at times. But we're not seeing the end result because there ain't no team. Because there's no football, bruv. Not once last night against Bournemouth did I see any football. I saw Bergvall be an individual and make runs and try and make things happen. I saw Mattis Tell try and make runs and try and make things happen. Taking shots from outside the box, which the boss has already told everybody.
Not a good percentage out there. Not good percentage outside the box. We keep it in the box. Not good percentage outside.
How many long shot goals have we conceded?
Wow. Loads.
XG, yeah?
Yeah, we don't press nobody.
XG, So tell me what's going on, bro. And this is what I'm saying. And this is what's going... I think this is happening throughout the side. And if Romero's upset about what's happening, then Van der Ven's upset about what's happening. And then it's going to permeate. You've seen Jed. Jed is an emotional character.
100%. You can see he feeds off that energy.
He's an emotional character, bro.
Yeah.
We're seeing... So to me, I don't think that they're on board... Not that they're not backing, but I don't think that they're on board the Thomas Frank train and what they're being asked to do.
And that's where it falls back to the conversation that we was talking about in terms of the squad. I look at that back four and I see the potential. Like, I'm not saying any of them are bad players. I just see potential, but potential ain't doing what we need it to do. And potential, how long do you wait for potential to grow? Which is going to lead me on to my next point. In our transfers, we buy potential. We don't buy players who are ready to go. We don't spend the money and go, this player instantly is coming in to change the face of Tottenham today. We're trying to do it for the season ahead. Yes, Kudus came in and he was one.
Yeah, Paulinho and they tried with Xavi.
But you look at Paulinho, right? He was brought to play in that holding role and to be that guy. And he's in and out the team now and you kind of go, why? Like, is Bentancur better than him? Is Archie Gray better than him? How does Frank see him? And that's where I want to get into the mindset, because Frank was meant to be this tactician who, when he changed the team, he changed it for the opposition. I feel like he doesn't know his team anymore. I don't feel like he does it for the opposition. It looks like a guy who sits there and going, who's my friend? Who likes me this week? Who can I play that I think is going to smile at me in the corridor and go, thanks for picking me, Gaff? And I go, yes, he likes me. You know that kid who ain't really got much friends and then suddenly goes, oh, you said hello to me today. I'll pick you.
Yeah.
I feel like we're there. Yeah. No disrespect to him, but I feel like I don't look at a squad or a lineup and Tottenham Hotspur. Please, just change the social media. And just put it in order. Put it in formation order. And I don't care. I heard a rumour, and this is a rumour, that Thomas Frank wanted it like that because he didn't want the opposition to know what we play. Thomas, The way you're playing football right now,
Nobody knows anyway.
You could give them the starting 11, the bench, you could give them the formation and the tactic, and it still won't affect the game. So just put it for us in the order. I reach out to another service provider that you can watch a game if you've got another channel that says 4-0 and the 1. I look at their social media to see what the team is, because they put it in the structure that I want it in, not where, you know what I mean? It's too much. So, like, I don't think he knows, and that's worrying. But then I don't think we know when we're going forward. Like, I don't want even to go into the transfer window. But when we recorded this, 8th of January?
This is the 8th. Yeah.
The only player we're talking about signing is this young Brazilian left back who I'm like, are you buying him for now or 2020, 37?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of numbers. 2020, 37. I smelt the brandy, mashed me up. But you know what I mean? Like, are you buying him for now? Is he really Udoji competition?
Well, for me, bro, there's also this thing that I don't like about Frank is that everybody that starts playing well, he takes out the team. Started the season.
Oh, Pepper.
Oh my goodness, bro! I mentioned on this podcast that he was my undroppable, and then he got a little niggle. He was out for 2 games, and then suddenly
he has to recover for a month,
bruv. And do you know what? To be fair, I've just remembered because you told me on this podcast that a friend of his passed away, right, in Africa, right. Yeah. So, and it was controversial as well, right?
It was a weird circumstance.
It was weird circumstance.
So we needed a bit of a
so maybe he needed a little bit longer, but he should have been in the team
But even that,
quicker.
you put your arm around him and help him back in.
Please.
Help him back in.
Paulinho started the season on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Then he's in and out in the team. You're playing Bentancur left, right, and centre. Bentancur, we know, has had a knee injury. Mm-hmm. He has played how many games in the last week, bro?
Mental.
2 weeks.
Yep.
He started
minutes.
every single game.
Yep. Mental minutes.
Even when it came down to the starting lineup last night, I was like, come on, man. Like, in my head, I'm like, rest Bentancur tonight. Yeah. You know, play Gray, play Bergie, play Paulinho, Bergie, and Xavi in the middle. Yeah. Like, do something. Yeah. But give him a rest. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I don't think Bentancur had the greatest of games last night because, again, he's been played too much. A bit like Porro, I feel.
Totally agree.
And on 55, 60, I feel that he should have been taken off way before that injury hit him. Yeah. But no, that didn't happen. We ran him into the ground until he gets injured, and then he's got to come off. So I'm looking at certain things, bro. I'm just like, every single time we have a player on form, Johnson started on the left, scored 2 goals on the left, bro, from the left-hand side. He's not great on the left. We know that. No. But, okay.
Do we need to do?
But then out of the team for I don't know how long. Matisse Tell, as we know, dropped from the Champions League, not given a run, comes in now. He's had 2 games back-to-back. You can see it was his will, bro. Yes. Do you see? He was running and he's like, gimme. He was always available. Yep. He didn't hide behind no 2-man and be like, yeah, give it to me. But
I don't want it and I can't get it. Yep.
So I'm seeing these things and I'm like, you're not even playing the guys that are in form at the times that you should have been playing them and getting them up to speed, bro. So there's so many things. When I look at last night and I look at Kolo Muani's performance. Now, Kolo, I've been on Kolo's side for a long time. I know he came in, no preseason, had a niggle, had an injury, came back, got the draw, had the jaw brace. Okay, we saw the 2 goals against PSG. You're like, okay, maybe we're getting there. Now, yesterday against Bournemouth, but especially Sunderland, right? We needed him because Kudus has come off after 19 minutes against Sunderland. Mm-hmm. So we need you to come in and we need you to, show us what you're about, bro. The whole time that he was on, in fact, he disrupted attacks. Mm-hmm. Last night, for the whole of first half, which a lot of our positive play was in the first half against Bournemouth, he disrupted every single attack. Every time it hit him, whether it was on the right side or in the middle, he bumbled it, he fumbled it, bro. He tripped over it, he tripped over himself, and it went somewhere else. So for me, as a manager, you go, all right, and cool, come off at halftime, bruv. I'm not saying you're rubbish. Yeah. I'm not, but maybe it's not your day today. Playing up front as a 9 as well, yeah? He wasn't playing on the wings, he was playing up front on the 9. Mm-hmm. I go, all right, and cool. You know what, halftime, come off. Mm-hmm. I go, all right, and cool. Maybe if I'm this way inclined to not drop, hurt his confidence. All right, start the second half. But give me 50, 55,
draped in.
If it's the same,
draped in.
Bruv, that guy lasted until 66 minutes. Mm-hmm. What are we doing here?
But also, for a player like Kolo Muani, you've got to play to a person's strengths.
Talk to me.
We're playing.
Talk to me.
We're playing old school relegation, as you put it, football, where you try and hit the big man, hit the big man, hit the big man. No balls in behind for him. No balls in the channel for him. No interlink passing where you little 1-2s around him. He's a good footballer.
He's good for, bruv.
He's not average. He's a good footballer.
I've
He's got
said it.
feet. He wants to play ball. We're not
Both
playing
feet.
both
He's got a
feet.
head. He's
And
got the turner
and
speed.
we're playing
He can hold.
nothing to his strengths.
No,
Nothing.
but we're not playing any football,
No,
Darren.
no,
We
exactly.
play
So-
horseshoe football, bruv. Why is Vicario taking as many touches as Hugo Lloris used to take, bruv? Do you remember? I love Hugo to bloody well bits, but we shouldn't have, in those last couple of seasons, we should not have played it to him as much as we did.
Yep.
Play to his strengths.
Yep.
Let's play up the field, but we was with different managers doing different
Yep.
things,
Yep.
and we're at that same point right now. He should not be having the amount of touches. And I swear, in the last podcast, you came out with the stat about Vicario, which was, I think it was like 70. Forgive me.
Goals. Yes, it was. Yeah, he was. 70% of our goals would come from Vicario's mistakes. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
do you know what? Like,
Yeah.
so don't pass it back to him
Yeah.
all the damn time.
Yeah.
Horseshoe football, we're not getting it into the forwards, bro.
No,
we
and-
don't get it into the
and
middle.
Also, like when Richarlison comes on, we play bully football, which is ugly football, which is Stoke football, which is as
It's
you
Stoke
said,
football. It's relegation football,
Hit
bruv.
the big man, be aggressive, make yourself a nuisance, get a knock on, get an ugly goal. Like Paluna got, it's an ugly one. It bounces around. We keep the ball active. You hit Romero on the head and then you keep it in the box. That's not the football that we want Tottenham to be playing. That's not what we grew up on. That's not the ideology, the focus, the dream of Tottenham right now, but it's the reality of it. And that's the hard thing to take, because we were sold dreams. We were sold ideas. We were sold a better vision. And what we are given is not that. It's like going to buy a TV and the man said to you, it's Ultra HD. It's got this, that, other, soundbar to work. You go home and it's black and white. That's what we've got right now. And it's like, you're selling me something and now I've got it. I don't want that. Give me what you promised me. Give me what you told me you were going to give me. Go away.
Oh, bro. I mean, but then it's like there's been so many games this year that have been so damn flat. When I look at the Brentford game, bro, that Brentford game was horrendous for me because it was Brentford versus Brentford.
Yeah.
And you know what? Within that game, I said on the after game match reaction, I was just like, that was Brentford versus Brentford, and I know that Thomas Frank is going to be happy with that result.
Yep.
That was non-football, bro. It was non-football.
Absolutely non-football. Yeah. From us, it's more than them.
But bruv,
Yep.
I've seen it too much.
Yep.
But the same attacks that we created, they created. It was the same attacks, bro.
Yep.
And when I look at certain things, bro, I just go, what are we doing? You know, that Liverpool game, back then, I was just like, it was the same. It was an empty game.
I know.
Richarlison...
You're going to do a pregnant pause. I'll go round to the bathroom.
Oh, go on, bruv. Darren's
Turn it.
gonna go to the bathroom. But I'll carry on chatting about Liverpool. But yeah, no. I when I look at Liverpool and I just go, it was just an empty game again. You know, Richie scores, but it just feels like we're falling apart at times, man. I don't know, man. I really don't know. When I look at that, like the only positive that I could have seen against Brentford was like defensively. You know, there's times this season that Richie has played well, and you know what? To tell you the truth, Richie has. Even last night, he came on, played well, done some things, but it's still not enough. I feel like we're grasping at very very small positive straws. Hartman's back in the building. But I was just saying that I feel like we're grasping at very small straws, bro.
Absolutely.
Like the tiniest bit of
They won't make a fire.
Of positive play, and we're like,
We're feeding on scraps.
bruv.
It's feast of, I'm about to say it's feast of famine. It's feast or starvation. And I'm just like, it's so frustrating. And I think the reason why it's so frustrating, because normally in a frustrating situation, there's an easy out.
Yeah.
You go, all right, sack the manager, we'll get X, Y, and Z in. That will change things. Like people talking about Klopp. Klopp would never manage Tottenham.
No, he will
He never
never.
managed Tottenham, so
no,
he's not even
no,
an option. And
no.
I don't want to do that today and start talking about options that are non-existent and are not real. Like I spoke about money. As much money as you throw at Klopp, he'll go, "I'm Liverpool. I'm not coming to Tottenham," and I respect that. Poch at the end of the World Cup,
It's just tough timing because we missed pre-season. We missed the beginning of a.
but also this factor, right? Remember, I loved Poch, but I'm not a fan of going back to a manager we've had before. I'm not a fan of it. I've used this analogy before. It's going back to an ex. Like, it's never going to be what it was the first time.
No, you're right.
And the minute there's a problem, you've changed. Like, you've changed. You know what I mean? It's that energy. And let's be real. The way he leaves USA is they've either got to win the World Cup or have the worst World Cup ever for him to come out of the job.
Yeah.
If they have the worst World Cup and they get battered, it's in their own country. They're the home nation. So they lose that. He's had a bad World Cup. He had a bad go at Chelsea, and he didn't have the best of times at PSG. So he's not had a great time away from us.
But this is where we talk about fits.
So he comes back, but the fit, right? And this is where you talk about fits. You go, he fit us before. Does he still fit us now?
Well, I think for Poch alone, PSG, he goes in there and he's got all big divas and the thing that he's got to deal with is the egos of Neymar, Messi and
Suarez.
was it Suarez? It was the three of them.
Mbappe?
Was it Zlatan? No, it was Mbappe.
Yeah, I said Mbappe. I was right.
Mbappe.
Why did I say Suarez? That was Barcelona.
Mbappe.
Yeah.
So it was Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. And you've got egos going, I want to play left, I want to play centre, I don't want to play right, I don't want to play here, I don't want to play there, I don't want to play with him, I want the penalties, I want the free kicks. Like, so you got to deal with that we know coming from Tottenham, he spoke about he didn't want big stars. He wanted to nurture from young. He wanted players that he could build up that had high potential, but gave him more because they believed in him. If you go up to Cristiano Ronaldo, what are you going to teach him as a coach? You don't. You just let him play. Where do you want to play, Chris? You go, all right, and cool. No worries. Okay, we'll play to you. With certain players, with some players that are of a very high caliber. So that was some of the dramas that he dealt with there. And then plus with like the ownership, they were trying to dictate who played where as well. Like there was like trying to influence, like, okay, play this one, play that one. That was PSG. Chelsea was never a good fit, but he was twerking for us at that point, and we didn't take the didn't take the option, right? We wanted to go in another direction at that point. All right, and cool. But Chelsea was never a good fit. But if you look at how he finished the season at Chelsea, I don't know whether I can't remember how long he was there because I tried to block it out. But the way that he finished before he got sacked, he was actually getting that side on a high. He was getting them actually playing on the second half. USA is a totally different kettle of fish in the sense of their national team. And forgive me, USA Tottenham fans out there, but their national team is not been in a great place for a very long time. The way that they nurture their youth and the way that their system... Brother, your brother was over in America, bro, with the whole uni system and the way that they get in. And there's a lot about money that, you know, like certain coach... There's a lot of issues out there that don't nurture, you know, the
best talent to come through.
Right. Yeah. So it's those that are on the continent and then it's trying to pull them together. I don't know whether you saw Poch. They showed him as USA coach and he's screaming at him. He's speaking about football and how to play football and what you do and where you do it. He's like, this is what we got to do. We're USA. We got to do, bro. That's the type of, you know, and they've been starting to get a few results here and there. So I honestly think for Poch to be a success for the US, he's got to get out of the group, get into the knockouts, whatever happens there. They, you know, USA, they like to be number one. We know that. They're not going to be happy not being number one. But those that know football will be like, you know what? He got us there when we were losing to Mexico, Panama, Venezuela, Honduras. They've lost to a lot of teams that they with the players that they've got should not have lost to. So it's all context, bro. It's all context. So he's trying to change a whole philosophy over there in the States. And I think that whatever happens, even if they don't get out of the group, I don't think that changes him. What I think, though, is that he loves us so much that he's kept pace with us, our signings, what we've been doing. I think he's already got the plan, bro. You see him in any interview when they ask him, I see him and I'm like, I can see he already knows what he's going to do. He already knows who he's going to ship out, what formation we're going to play, who we're going to chuck that side, who we're going to chuck that side. What's he going to do with Gray and Bergvall? He already knows. Think about Delhi, bro. Think about Bentaleb. Think about
I hear all that.
Mason.
I'm just going to put a different question to you.
Go for it.
You know, we spoke about Tottenham one of the ways we solve this problem is by proving we're a big club, buying big players, putting it out there, breaking away structure. A manager like Poch, he probably won't want that. Are you okay with that? I was going to say, are you okay? Put it in the comments. But would you be okay with going back to building promise?
We're doing it already.
Yeah, but right now we're doing it and it's not working.
For me, that's management wise.
But also in recruitment wise.
Yeah, but if you look at it, Dal, Vuskovic is going to be a dynamite player, right? So
hold on, pause there. Before you say that, like it's going to be.
It's potential. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, could they fall into a long line of players that, look at me just making dots on the paper. They fall into a long line. We buy with the idea that they may come good.
Right.
That's Poch's way. He likes that.
Yeah.
Do we continue, or is it a case of, do we go for a manager that will handle the bigger name player and we go, not win now, but we go for, we're trying to buy the player that is going to work now?
Listen,
which one do we do? Because if we go with Poch, we've got 2 seasons where it's not going to be great.
Yeah.
He's going to need to. So we're going to have another season like this. Next
I don't think
year,
it'll be like this. Bro.
Not as bad as this, but it's going to be a development year.
Yeah.
And that year where we're not winning, hopefully we're competing more than we are now, but we're not winning. But we're willing to take that to go on another project.
But this is what Tottenham is, and this is where we're at. For me, if you're going to go and get Luis Enrique or Xabi or like somebody of the highest of a Nagelsmann, or a Klopp or some Klopp ain't coming, but do you know what I mean?
Of that stature. I hear you.
Then you're gonna have to give him big players of a higher stature. You're gonna have to look at the Messis, Ronaldos.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But the marquee signings that say we're making a statement when we bring you in, and as a manager, I can handle you because I want you.
But with Poch, you can go there and do what we like to do, which is bring in young ones, but you go and get the best young ones, or you get the 23, 24, 25, that range, rather than the 26, 27, 28, which is the established age. You got the 24, 25, 26 age, which is those that are in their stride, they're making moves, you know what I mean? Like they can, you bring them into the, you know what I mean? You pay them the money, da-da-da-da, and you can make a mix and match with that, do you know what I mean? But his core was good with young ones. Because
no dispute. I totally hear
every
it.
single young one's trying to earn their spot.
Yeah. So, my thing was just looking at just the 2 narratives that we spoke about in this one pod, just going, do we do that because there's another option? Which one do we do? Because we've had managers like a Conte, for example, who wanted big players because he's a big manager, and we never gave them to him.
No, we didn't.
So he couldn't do what he wanted to do. So you get a manager in the ilk of a Poch who comes in, and then it allows the board to do what the board continues to do, which is buy potential.
Right, I understand what you're saying.
You know what I
understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, to then buy potential with this manager to go, I'm going to try and turn this into something in 2 years. We as a fan base have to sit there going, I hope this all comes good. We wait. It may or may not. Because remember, as much as I love Poch, he won nothing.
Yeah.
Like we never got to pick the fruit off the tree and go, yeah, there it is. And that's why it's crazy because.
But look what happens when you do win something. You lose your job as well. In the sense of...
Totally. That's what I mean. We're a mess.
In the sense of...
Totally with you. Totally.
Do you know what I mean?
100%. That's why I'm like, board, Tottenham board, what do we as a team need to do to make you happy? You're a new board. Tell us. And when you know, please do tell us. Because I think as a fan base, We need to know. Because the last person who spoke to us like that was Daniel Levy, who departed saying we were competing on all fronts. Do you want to compete on all fronts? Or is that not your remit? If it's not your remit, come and tell us. I've never felt so far away from Tottenham.
Trust me. Because of all the change as well.
I feel so far away, so removed. Like, no. By the time you've watched this, we'll probably play Aston Villa and interesting game.
We'll talk about it in next pod.
We'll talk about it next pod. I was going to say to this gentleman here, let's go to the game. I couldn't do it.
Can I tell you something? I said it today. So Chris Carlin texts me today. He's
Big up, Chris.
He's asking me about like, am I doing the pod on Saturday? My response was, bruv, I need a break, you know?
Tottenham Hotspur.
I was like, I need a break, bruv.
Needed breaks.
Bruv, but I
hear it. I hear it.
But the thing is that it's not just a game. It's coupled with it being a cup game.
Yeah. And it means a lot.
And I'm like, you
FA
know
Cup's
what?
magic.
I don't think I can speak after that game, bro.
Yeah, I need a sec.
I don't think I can do it.
I hear it. I hear it.
But you know what, bro? Like, before we wrap up, and I know we're close, couple things for you. Couple things.
Couple of cans. Go on.
I want to talk to you about Paratici for a second.
Yep.
Potentially going out to Fiorentina.
Yep.
This wishy-washy palaver. He's only just re-signed. 2 months ago, he's re-signed for us.
Can I tell you?
Wait. He's there with the dual director of footballship, whatever that means. You know, Langer's dealing with data and young ones. Paratici's supposed to be dealing with the senior team, and deal with that side of the recruitment. What is this saying to you, bruv? The fact that just as we get to January, where he can actually do something 2 months after, that there's this Fiorentina talk. Does that mean our targets are messed up? What does it mean? What does it mean?
It means that there is no real cohesion and understanding between the board, Paratici, and this new structure. And if he doesn't understand what he's supposed to do within it, he may feel like his wings are clipped because he's the man who does all of it. Why do I need an assistant? Why do I need a partner? Why is this a dual citizenship? I was a one-man army. I did it by myself. Now you're giving me this guy who I've got to run it by. Why are we doing the back and forth? I deal with it. I come to the gaffer and go, look, this is what I got for you. A, B, or C. Which one do you want? All negotiated, ready to go. You tell me which one you want and I'll sign. Boom. Because it's not that. I think he's like, I don't want to be there. That's my take on it. I feel like he's gone, it's not what I came back for. I thought this was going to be different. Now it's this, I don't want it.
Levy's gone as well.
Yeah, you've got someone else. You can do it.
Yeah, all right.
That's what I feel.
I mean,
I could be wrong.
Well, they're looking to bring in this new director of football from Man City.
Yeah.
His name's Rafi Mawson.
Yeah, big up Rafi.
Another son. Yeah. So maybe.
It's a sunfest.
Maybe, bruv. Also, Matty Wells left the club.
Yes, indeed. Big up Matty Wells. Wish you all the best.
Gone to the Colorado Rapids.
Yep.
I remember texting Chris, actually, because I was in this frank limbo. And I said to him, you know what? He was like, what do you want to do? Like, what do you think would happen? And I said, like, what if Matty Wells just takes over to the end of the city? He's like, he's on a plane to America right now. Gone. And that's when I heard about it.
It's gone.
How do you feel about Matty Wells leaving as a coach, as a, you know, as a grandson of a Tottenham legend, as somebody that knows the club and the philosophy?
The thing about it is he's an ambitious young man and he's an ambitious coach and he doesn't want to be a number two. And I respect that. I respect him of ambition. Like even Ryan Mason, someone who went, I want to give it a go. Unfortunately, it didn't work out at West Brom and he's recently been fired. But they want to sit in the hot seat. And I respect him for going out there, Colorado, and giving it a go. And maybe that's his journey. And maybe he'll win what he needs to win over there, build his name, and come back. And he hasn't left us with a bad taste in our mouth. No. He did it respectfully and honestly. And hopefully, maybe in the future, he can come back. We never know.
And last thing in the news, as they used to do.
That we're going to call in the news.
Like, remember they used to do Top Gear?
Yeah.
In the news.
Yeah.
Last thing in the news. Well, last two things, because you mentioned it. But let's do Brennan first. Brennan has been sold for just under 35 million. We done it real quick. What are your thoughts and feelings, my friend?
Sad, disappointed, upset for Brennan. Because last season was our top goal scorer. And thank you, Brennan, for the goal you scored in that Europa League final.
Yeah,
Some
man.
people try to take it away from you. I saw that touch.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we saw the touch.
Yeah,
we saw it. I feel that Brennan is someone who has been a victim of a system that doesn't support him.
Yeah,
Kudus
agreed.
got brought in, and then it's like we don't need Brennan Johnson, the man who had scored more goals than anybody in that squad. And
Let me just ask you a quick question.
fire.
Would you not have chucked him in the 10, stroke the Dele Alli position, or tried him as a striker?
Rick, as you said there, try. I would have tried him everywhere.
It's
to
not
try and
because
accommodate him.
we've been scoring that many
to
goals.
try and accommodate him, because one thing about Brennan Johnson is we all know his flaws, and they're pointless talking about. He's not our player anymore. One thing we did get were goals from him. He's a player who had a natural instinct for goal, and I'm telling you now, he's going to be great at Palace. He's going to be absolutely great at Palace. He's going to fit in, and he's going to work. Glasner's a manager that will encourage him to be the player that he is and go and get goals.
They'll play to
They'll
his
play
strength.
to his strengths, and he will do well. And I wish him all the best. He doesn't leave with any bad vibe from me. There's no negativity about it. We got good money. We tried to recoup some of the 50 that we spent, which is unusual for Tottenham to try and be close to what we got.
Yeah, agreed.
And that's the first time we've done a bit of business, and that may be why we activated it, because it seemed like Frank didn't like him, and he wasn't a Frank player.
He didn't
and that's
get
fair.
anything, right?
Yeah, and that's fair. If he's not your type, cool. But don't do this to me now, Tottenham. Don't sack Frank now, and we got rid of a Brennan who could fit in someone else's system. You know what I mean? That's when I get frustrated. Yes, people say, oh, we lost Brennan, and then Kudus gets injured and blah, 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 the knock on. But I'm like, if you're going to sack him, don't let him sell players then.
It's not even that. For me, it's more so the timing.
Yeah.
So how quickly they got it done. Now, Palace, they strung us out for how long for Eze, and then done what they done, right?
Well, done what he did.
Right.
Let's not blame
And,
Palace.
all right, fine.
Yeah.
He done what he, but they strung us out a
Oh,
little bit.
absolutely. They played the game well.
So they want Johnson, and they want him quickly before the Newcastle game, before their Newcastle game.
Yeah.
And we were really, really happy for him to like skedaddle out of the door real quick. And then these things happen, right? But my thing is that my impression was that if you're going to let somebody go that quickly and secure that money, then that means you must have somebody waiting in the wings to go and put down some big time dough to bring them in. And you're going to do it quick, fast.
Quickly.
Because you've got him out quick, fast.
Yeah.
So now it started with 100 mil for Jan. Then it went to 150. Now we got 185, bro, with Johnson money. Right? And I understand. Well, my hope of understanding was that we was getting him out to get the money in because it was sitting there. Everybody else, yes, there should be people that should go before him, but everybody else, it's going to take a bit of negotiation. Basuma's at AFCON. Whatever the case may be. So that's going to take negotiation. That might be the last week. That might be the last weekend, some of the players that we want out.
Yeah.
But Brennan was ready to go, and we had interest. So, all right, you make that decision. But you make that decision, but you have to be able to bring that player in.
Totally agree.
As quickly as you
Totally
let that player leave.
Totally agree.
Now, I got a lot of love for Brennan for the goals that he scored last year in the league, but also that winning goal that gave us that joy last year, bro. He will always be a legend as 100%. Much as...
And seeing him mash up drunk on the parade. Mash
up
drunk.
Bruv.
Mash up drunk.
One of my favourite things is seeing him mash up. It's seeing him
mash up drunk
on the stage and then coming back.
Mash up. And the fact that he even got on the pitch the next day. Wow.
Bro.
God bless him.
Bro.
God bless him.
So,
yeah.
But my thing is, where is your player?
Yeah.
And then when we talk about, just to wrap up the January transfer window, you spoke about Sousa.
I don't normally talk on speculation, but
we don't. Jason McGovern.
Yeah, we don't normally do transfers. We love you. We're not doing
just speaking about
one player
because
done.
Because it's just been in the news that we nearly. So that's why we're speaking.
Forgive us.
It's not that we're doing a transfer special.
Never.
This ain't breaking news.
We're done in literally 1 minute 8 seconds.
Literally. Yeah. But just to answer your concerns on him. My thing is that I hear what you're saying. Another young one.
Another one bought for potential.
That's
the thing. I don't mind age. If you're ready, you're ready. But we don't buy him ready. We buy him for potential.
Yeah, I hear you. My hope would be that after some of the young ones that we've brought in, that have been good. Bergvall, Gray, Udogie, Sarr, but Sarr's taken a minute to progress. I would hope that these scouts and this data system have seen this player and gone, you know what? Okay, cool. Let me get another left-sided left back that we've needed for a long time. But I think this is positioning Udogie as the number one left back. When I know.
It always was. Question for you.
I'm with you.
I'm going to start by you. Question. Who signed him? Club? Club or Thomas Frank?
No, they've all been club signings for a long time. I've said that for a long time.
Massive problem.
We've been linked with Conor Gallagher again.
Yeah, massive problem.
Right?
Anyway, we're not doing more transfer talk. That's exactly where we put the finger on it.
Yeah.
Club and manager will always be a problem. Spurs need to sort that out. Rick?
Yes, brother.
What are they doing to us?
I don't know. They're turning me more grey by the day.
The fact that we've now started 2026 and Ricky had to bring out the proper drink.
The half a season down, you know.
But this is, look, we're just starting a new year and he's had to open it. I'm on water. We're there.
I just needed it. I needed it.
We were there. We're there. And we're here all the way to the end of the season. We're not going anywhere. I promise you. This is here to stay. Talk on Tottenham. It is a joy and a pleasure to be able to be back. Wishing everyone a happy and healthy new year. Hopefully Tottenham will put smiles back on our faces at some point soon. And if they can't, you know what? Talk on Tottenham will. We'll be here to find a way to make it fun, to give you a laugh, to make you feel like we feel your pain and we feel your joy at the same time. We love being a part of this. We love you being a part of it. And ultimately, we love Tottenham Hotspur. That's what we're here. We love them. We love them.
Yeah, bro. And I love to be able to sit here and chat with you and just catch up and do the damn thing and chat with you beautiful people there as well. My goodness, it's always an honor and a pleasure. I look forward to brighter days. Thank you for all those new subscribers.
Yes,
thank you all for subscribing.
Keep doing it. Keep subscribing.
Doing it. Share as well.
Yes, share it. Tell a friend to tell a friend, tell a friend. There's a massive Tottenham community. There's so many of you, and we want to reach as many of you as we can.
And make sure that you jump on our Instagram at Talk Tottenham.
Yep.
And our Twitter at Talk Tottenham,
yep.
right? Or is it TT and
TT and Tottenham on X.
But you'll find it.
You'll find it.
If you can find us, you can find it.
There you go.
Right? Either which way. Great to start the year with you, beautiful people.
Indeed.
Great to see you, my friend.
Always a pleasure, never a chore.
Oh, please. Brighter days by the next pod. Brighter days. Love every time. Love every time. I'm going before he starts zooming in. Do you know, I'm not even going to ask him if he wants a drink. I'm just saying.
Just don't speak. Just run
I'm
away.
just saying. Let's go.